Warm welcome, students. Warm welcome, students. So, as usual, let's give some time to the other students to join in. We'll join after a couple of moments. Okay. In the meantime, any questions? You know what to do. Please put it up in your Q&A section. We'll take it up at the appropriate time. Any things to be revised? Good morning. Another 1 more minute and then we will start. Okay. All right, students, let's move on. So now, what did we do yesterday morning? So we learned a few concepts like posting of the data, posting of a transaction, and more importantly, we looked at reversal of a transaction. So what are the requirements for reversing? The reversal can happen for a single document, or it can happen for multiple documents. So yesterday we reversed a document 100142. So what happened? The SAP system generated a reversal entry through another document. So what was the document type? It maintains the same document type. There is no change in the document type. Yeah. So an extension of this is your multiple documents, is reversal of a multiple document. What if the supervisor has to reverse? He has identified more than one document to be reversed. So what does he do? So, and he has a range of documents. Some, for say 10 documents he want to reverse. So document number 141 to 151, he wants to reverse. So he will give a document list so that it can reverse. So how did the system behave when you wanted to reverse the document? You had an option to see the original document. So you could ensure the end user who's reversing the document could ensure that this is the document which he wants to reverse. Clear? And then you could proceed. And then if you posted that document which you wanted to reverse, it reversed the entry. Clear? Now, what are the prerequisites? See, it is a very, very sensitive transaction. Reversing a transaction is not, the access is not given to everyone. So you have restricted access where not all the end users are given the access to reverse the document. This is a must as far as your reversal is concerned. You simply cannot reverse a document just because you have the access. You have to obtain the approval. You have to obtain the approval of your supervisor and then go on to reverse the document. So these two are the conditions. So you must be having the access and you must be having the prior approval of your supervisors to carry out the reversal entry. So was this clear yesterday? And let me repeat whatever I have said. There is no transaction without the generation of a document type and a document number. And we also saw the customizing screens where we saw components like your company code, fiscal year variant. We saw that, right? We saw V3, we saw K4, you saw 0001, you saw GM01. Correct? You also saw what were account groups, account types, where you saw them. All right. So these were the things what we saw yesterday. So all these, any questions? Anything you want me to repeat? So I'll just come back to this question, how to customize a field data. I don't know how many of you have understood this. All right. I'll explain the question and then I will tell you the answer also. Any topic which you want me to recap? I'll just wait for 1 minute. And if you have any questions, I'm more than happy to take it up. Okay. So somebody has asked me, okay, I'll explain the reversal process. Okay. And I'll explain, probably we have, okay, the audit trail. Okay, I will tell you the process. I wouldn't know the approximate date for your assessment. Maybe a day or two, or maybe say 2-3 days after your session closes. Okay. I'm not the right person for this question. Okay. Absolutely. Yeah. Perfect. See, actually, I have not even spoken about the audit trail. Audit trail. What is this audit trail? The first and the foremost concept when it comes to your audit trail is your document. Now, just somebody mentioned in the questions, if all of you have seen the question, probably I'll just take a screenshot of this. I hope you will not mind this. I'm taking the screenshot of your question and I'm posting it on my Excel sheet. Is that okay? So he says, whenever I was doing my articleship, my manager had the reversal document access. And if there was any entry reversed apart from the provision, so provision happens at the end of the month and the reversal takes place on the beginning on the first day of the next. I think you must be knowing the process. Then the auditors used to ask for approvals and reasons. Perfect. This invariably happens. So this further explains why you need to have an approval process in place. Okay, now coming back to your audit trail. Does this connect to your audit? How does this connect to your audit? So it is a document. So SAP keeps track of the document. And you saw when I took you into the reverse to document. So what was the reverse? See, let me just take up. So I made a wrong entry in this document and you saw the document was reversed with this document. So I rectified this wrong entry by a process of reversal. And you see the sequence. And what did this contain? What did this reverse document contain? It also contained the information regarding the original document also. You also saw 1000142 in this document. What I mean to say is, just hold on. I will retrieve the document. So the first audit trail information is the SAP system never skips the document numbers. It is sequential. And let me discuss as to one more thing. Just hold on. So I'm going to have a look at the reversed document. So just make a note of this path. If B03, same thing. But here I happen to know the reversed document. I'll just copy this document, put it here. So what does the details of this document show? See, I'm retrieving 143 document. Clear? And as a standard, let me repeat, your document numbers are 10 digits. Standard is same. I'm talking about standard is same. So can you see the reversal document? What is a reversal document? It is reflecting the original document. You are seeing the reverse document 100143, but within the document information, you also have the document which is reversed also. Clear? And who has reversed this? So it has the history of the whole document. Right? Is that clear? And let me see what will have what will be. And now I'm entering 142. Let me see the information. See, reversed by 143. So the original document will also contain the information of the reverse document. So is SAP losing out on information at any point in time? You can see how watertight the system is. So there is no question of you missing out on the documents. So I cannot fraudulently reverse a document, post any entries. As the student has rightly pointed, you will be questioned by your auditor. You are questioned by your auditor. Clear? So this is how the process of reversal works. I hope now I was clear. Did you understand the process? So let me make a note. Original document information is held in the reverse document, and the reverse document information is held in the original document. Original wrong entry. This contains after the process of reversal. And also make note that since I immediately reversed, it is taking up the next document number. See, I may realize maybe say at the end of the month. So will it release the immediately next document? No. It may. Your reversal may also be. The entry can also be reversed with the document number. It can be this also. Because you may not realize that I have committed an error in the entry. Somebody points it out, my manager points it out, and then I take a decision to reverse. But I have posted other documents in between. In the meantime, I have posted so many documents, correct documents. So in that case, SAP picks up the previously posted document number. It takes up the next number in sequence. Understood? This document can also be reversed by using this document number. Clear? It need not be the very next number. because you may not realize. Yeah. Is this concept okay? Let me just. Yeah, I will tell you the purpose of using this. If FAGL L03, I will explain. Okay, I'll explain the reversal process practically. Somebody wants me to explain this. Okay, just give me some time. I'll explain this. Okay. Okay, I'll explain this. Did you understand the process of reversal? Very, very important. Okay. Now, you saw an entry now. And now, if I want to take you, how many, in how many ways can a document exist? You saw the post documents or your posted documents, whatever. So this is ultimate. Affects the financial books immediately. The entry goes and sits in your general ledger accounts. Now what happens? Now you have a, now if I took you into the SAP system where I want to enter a document. Just hold on. Now you know what is this. This is your post. We entered we made an entry out here. Post. What is this park document? This park document is a temporary document. Does not affect the financial books. Your park document does not affect the financial books. Now, how do I prove this? I'll enter a document. Okay, I'll simply enter a document. I'll use another GL account. Let me pick up some expense account. I want to use the GL accounts which I have created because I'm sure about my just hold on. I'll pick up the GL accounts from my GM00. You know very well, I can sort by just clicking on the GL account title. Constructions. Let me pick up a GST bank account, test bank account. Let me assume that I am test postage account. I'm incurring expense towards postage. Let us say 1001 rupees. Clear? And I will pick up a bank account 11310 test bank account. Test bank account. And I will credit same amount. See, one more thing what I forgot to tell you, or rather missed out on a point. Oh, see, GR97. I assume that I'm entering in my company code. So that is why it's throwing out an error. GR97. So I need to go back and change the company code. So did you understand? The first thing what needs to be done is please ensure that you are entering into the right company code. Now I'll enter the sample postage account debit. Simple bank account, sample bank account. Now, since I'm currently talking about only one debit and one credit, just imagine a scenario where I have hundreds and hundreds of debits and hundreds of credits. Just hold on. OK, let us say out of 100 debits, I have say 15 credits and the last credit item. Can I afford to remember the balance? Debit account number 1 plus debit account number 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus till 100 and put up the last amount. I can't afford to do it. So in such cases, I use a star. Meaning, if at all assume that I had hundreds of debits in this particular entry, and this was the last credit item. So all the plus and minus, I cannot afford to remember. So that's why I always SAP gives me an option saying that you remember the last credit or debit amount, whatever you're entering. Now see what happens. Enter. Are you observing these screens? Are you observing these fields? Total debit, total credit is still 0 and the light is still in the middle. Enter. I'll just explain. There are so many things to be explained or relevant to tax. OK, not a problem. It is in yellow. Not a problem. See. So the message, it definitely said that the expense account was liable for tax, but since I have made a correct settings, you can afford to move on without any errors. Okay, now I'll post. Now I park this document. You can simulate. See, it says GL account, expense account 473001 is relevant to tax. Of course, since it's an expense account, it's relevant to input tax. Enter. You can see the document type generation 40 and 50 test postage account debit to test bank account. Clear? Just remember these two GL accounts. I say park. I will not post. I will just say park. Now what happens? Just see how the system behaves. Now you can see SAP has generated a document number. But earlier, when I posted, what was the message? It says document number 1234 was posted in company code GM01. Now do you see the message? It says it was parked. Now I said this particular entry wouldn't have affected the financial accounts. How do I prove it? If at all this entry was posted, this 1001 rupees should have gone and affected your financial books. Correct? Now, if I see the balances of this GL account, this 1001 rupees should not get reflected. That's what I mean by saying it does not affect the financials. Now let me prove that statement to you. I want to see the GL account balance. I'm still using FBL3N. I will give only these two general ledger accounts, 113101 and 473. What was it? What was the GL account? Test GL account. Okay, 473 star. Test posted 47300. I will say all items. I'll execute this report. I'm taking up the balance of only two GL accounts, which was reflected in the park document. Execute. Search anywhere, you will not see the 1001 rupees at all. You will not see. And you will not see the document number 1144. Are you able to see the document? You will not see that at all. This was the first GL account. You can see the next GL account also. 47. Can you see 1144 document or 10001 amount? 1001 rupees. Can you see in any of the GL accounts? You will not see at all. Because it has not affected the financials. Come back. Now, see the document. So as I said, SAP always picks up the previously posted document. Yeah, I want to see this. All right. See, document number 144 has initially been parked. Can you see the message down below on the left? Clear? Now, if you see the details, or I can extract this has been initially parked. More. See, now I cannot change the document number. I cannot change that at all. Clear? Let me show you something interesting. Now, what can I do with this? I'll go back. You'll still see the same display. Now, I want to now. Why has SAP given this? Why has SAP given this option, park document? Now, suppose let us say myself and my colleague, we are working in the accounts payable department. So both of us are responsible for entering the purchase invoices. Now what happens today? He is on leave. He has taken off today. So my manager tells me to enter all his pending invoices also. So I was taking care of a few vendors. He was taking care of a few vendors. That's why we have, that is how we have split our work. Now, how will I know? My boss has ordered me. Perfect. Now what should I do? Do I know to what tax percentage he was subjecting his transactions to? It could be 5% input tax, it could be 8%, it could be 10%, it could be 18%. So I wouldn't know. And he's on leave today. And I need to push those invoices in the SAP system. And if I post, I'll have to carry out a reversal process. For that, I need to have approvals. So what do I do? Today, I enter the invoices, okay, at some tax rate. At some tax rate, I enter the invoices. Now, tomorrow when he comes back to the office, what would I do? I would tell him that I have completed these invoices, but I was not sure about the tax percentage. So if these documents were present within the SAP system on a temporary basis, my colleague can come back tomorrow and change only the tax percentages and post this document. You're able to understand the scenario? Right? So in such circumstances, you park a document. I'm not sure about some data, but I need to put this information in the SAP system. Now, if I want to make the changes, what should I do? Go to document. Can you see park documents out here? I can post or delete. I can change. So in this case, what are the details that I can change? I pick up this option. I enter. Now I can add general ledger accounts. Can you see? I can add any number of general ledger accounts. I can change the date, document and the posting date, but I cannot change the document number. It has turned gray. So that means I can edit this document no more. Except for these changes, I can edit the GL accounts. I can edit the amounts. I can add general ledger accounts. I can change the dates, but I cannot change the document number. So once SAP has generated a document, it is over. Now, if I want to do any of these changes, I can do it. I can add general ledger accounts. I can change the amounts. Okay. Now, if I want to post this, I can say, can you see the post? And I can add entries and still maintain the document in the park stage only. That is this option, save parked documents. Here. But if I want to post, I can as well post a document now. I will post. Can you see the message? What was the park document number? 144. Is there any change in the posted document number also? It is the same 144. So when you change the status of the document from the park to the posted, it maintains the same number. SAP does not repeat the document numbers. Did you understand the concept of parking the document and posting it now? Now, how do I ensure that this document is this document has affected the GL accounts? I'll go back to my balance account. I'll use the same two general ledger accounts. All right. I picked up the same. I'll execute. Now, can you see the document number 144 1001 amount also posted today? Scroll down. This is as far as this GL account number is concerned. Debit, I mean credit, bank account credit. Scroll down. Just see the other GL account number also. Can you see the 144 document? Debit. Expense account debit. Now it has affected the financials. Did you understand the concept? Now, if you see the history of this document, I'll take up the same document. Do you see parked by information? Parked by. So you see the whole history of the document. When who parked, who posted. Did you understand the concept? Shall I pause here for 2 minutes so that you can just think over whatever has happened and come back to me with questions? I'll just have a quick look at the question and answers. I mean questions. Minus sign indicates the credit. Minus indicates the credit, plus indicates the debit. Thanks, Kunal. You have answered most of the questions. Of course, you will not see a plus, but just like minus indicates a credit. That's it. I will just pause here for 2 minutes. Okay, we'll come back. Think over whatever has happened. If you want me to, I'll have to show you the process of reversal. Okay, I will show that to you. Any other questions? I will mute myself and I will join you 2 minutes later. Okay, take time to understand whatever has happened. Let the concepts sink and come back to me with questions. So let's proceed. There is no time constraint. You can convert the park document whenever you want. And one more information, you can retain this as a park document forever. For that particular financial year, if you still do not find a requirement for you to post the document to affect that entry, you can still retain that entry as a parked entry only. And you can explain it to your auditors. Anyway, this doesn't have any impact on your financials. So obviously, this document wouldn't show up. Now, if I post, if I had retained 144 as a park document and I had posted the next entry, the document number would have been 145. Please make a point. If I had park 144, imagine that I had not posted it. And the next entry, I would have posted it. So the next document number which would have been released is 145 and not 144 again. So just bear this in mind. Once the document number is generated by SAP, that is the end of the document number. You can't do anything. You cannot have the same document number appearing twice, especially in the same financial year. Okay. can you explain how to post a park document? Okay, I will do that. How to delete that park document? Okay, so even if you delete, a wonderful question. My first question is, why do you have to delete a park document? Anyway, it doesn't have any impact on the financials. Clear? Now, suppose I had to delete 144 at the park stage itself. Anyway, I mean, I'm sure that this entry is not going to come into the books, and when my auditor asks me, I can tell him that this entry doesn't have any impact on my financial books. Because I showed that the 1001 rupees, when I had parked, it never came into the financial books at all. Now, how to delete? Suppose you want to delete. The number doesn't get deleted. Please be aware of that. If at all I wanted to delete 144 and you expected that the system would again generate 144 in the same financial year, your answer, your expectation is wrong. It will not generate 144 again. It will never generate even if you happen to delete. And there is no concept of physical deletion in SAP. Please remember that. You cannot physically delete any data. What is the other concept? I will tell you. Just give me some time. I'll explain that. Clear? Anyone who's given the access, any responsible person who's having the access to enter or post the documents, they can as well post. There is no restriction, but you must be having the access to post. I hope I've answered this question. As I said, your audit trail is all about, from the finance side, is all about understanding the document types and the document numbers. More importantly, the document numbers. Okay, there is no way that you can, suppose I have made a wrong entry. SAP has generated this document and I have posted this. I can never delete this document. Please be aware of that. SAP now never gives you an option to delete a document. Especially a posted document. All right. Have I answered all your questions? Absolutely, yes. You can retrieve the park document even before you retain it as a park document, or you want to post a document. You can check the park document. Okay, what you want to do with it, even before you want to post it or retain or add some other entries to the park document. Okay, it is up to you. All right. Clear with this answers? I didn't understand these questions. Any other possible types of reversals? I didn't understand this question. Can you please clarify this question? Other possible types of reversals. Sorry, I didn't understand the question. Please clarify that. Okay. Okay, are the things getting more and more interesting, students? Okay, I will explain this process, not a problem. So practically you want to show me the park process again. Okay, I'll do that. So I'll have to show you the reversal process and the parked topics. Okay, I'll do that. Not to worry, I'll do that. Not a problem. No, only if f.08 and what was the other transaction code? I forgot. There is only individual reversal and mass reversal. That's it. There is no other kinds of. Are there any T codes for document reversals? Only. Let me just put it up. Single document is let me just check the reversal FB0. Only these two for your reversal. F.80, sorry, not 08, F.80, sorry. F.80 for your single document reversal and FB08 for situations where you want to reverse more than one document. All right. Clear, students? Subsidiary ledgers are nothing but your individual. Okay, let me get into it later. Subledgers are nothing but your individual customers and your vendors. Okay. Can we edit the park document? Yes. Yes, you can edit park documents. You can edit the GL accounts also. I will show you this when we talk about AR and AP, accounts receivables and accounts payables. Okay, where you see the reconciliation account. I will show you that. Was this question clear? Was this answer clear? Can we edit the park documents? Yes. Can I change the GL account? Yes. You can change the GL account. You can add general ledger accounts. You can change the document date and the posting date. You can also change the amounts. Shivhari, is it okay? I hope I have answered all your questions. Kunal, shall we take a small break for 10 minutes and then reassemble?
Sure, sir. Sure, sir.
12. Students, we are taking a small break for 10 minutes. So let's reassemble by 12:12. Okay.